Wandwoods of the Wizarding World. There's 38 different types of wandwoods. A wand is an object through which a witch or wizard channels his or her magic. It is made from wood and has a magical substance at its core. Wands made by Ollivander are of varying woods, lengths, and flexibilities. Only a minority of trees can produce wand quality wood, just as a minority of humans can produce magic. It takes years of experience to tell which ones have the gift, although the job is made easier if bowtruckles are found nesting in leaves as they never inhabit mutating trees. End quote, Ollivander. Acacia trees are found in Africa, particularly hard to match to the witch or wizard. Quote from Ollivander says, "A very unusual wand wood, which I have found creates tricky wands that often refuse to produce magic for any but their owner, and also withhold their best effects from all of these most gifted. This sensitivity renders them difficult to place, and I keep only a small stack for those witches or wizards of sufficient subtlety, for acacia is not suited to what is commonly known as bangs and smells magic. The only known wizard to potentially have this wand is Jacob's sibling from Hogwarts Mystery Game." An alder tree. Alder wands, quote from Ollivander, are unyielding wood, yet they have discovered that its ideal owner is not stubborn or obstinate, but often helpful, considerate, and most likable, whereas most wandwoods seek similarity in characters of these they will best serve. Alder is unusual in that it seems to desire a nature that is, if not precisely opposite to its own, then certainly of a markedly different type. This wandwood is usually best suited for people that use nonverbal spell work. Applewood wands. If you have an applewood wand, these are not made in great numbers. They're best suited to an owner of high aims and ideals, as this wood mixes poorly with dark magic. It is said that the possessor of an applewood wand will be well loved and long lived, and it is often noticed by Ollivander that customers of great personal charm find their perfect match in an applewood wand. It is also said that people with this wand usually have a magical skill for communicating with magical beings. Ashwood wands. According to Ollivander, ashwood wands cling to its one true master and are ought to be passed on or gifted from the original owner, because it will lose power and skill. This tendency is extreme of the core if it's unicorn. Charlie Weasley had an ashwood wand that was passed down to him, and it was eventually passed down to Ron Weasley. Asper treewood wands. Asper treewood is found in the northern hemisphere. Quote from Ollivander, "Wand quality of aspen wood is white and fine-grained, and highly prized by all wand makers for its stylish resemblance to ivory and its unusually outstanding charm work. The proper owner of an asperwood wand is often an accomplished duelist or destined to be so, for the asper wand is one of these particularly suited for martial magic. Currently, there's no known owners of asper wand wood except for a secret dueling club called the Silver Spears." Beechwood wands. Beechwood can be found in Great Britain. Quote from Ollivander, "The true match for a beech wand will be if young, wise beyond his or her years, and if full-grown, rich in understanding and experience. Beech wands perform very weakly for the narrow-minded and intolerant, such wizards and wizards, having obtained a beech wand without having been suitably matched, have often presented themselves at the homes of learned wand makers such as myself, demanding to know the reason for their handsome wand's lack of power. When properly matched, the beech wand is capable of artistry rarely seen by any other wandwood, hence its lustrous reputation." Blackthorn wands. Blackthorn can be found in the rose family. It's native to Europe, Western Asia, and Northwest Africa. Blackthorn, a quote from Ollivander, which is very unusual wandwood, has the reputation, in my view well merited, of being best suited to a warrior. This does not necessarily mean that its owner practices the dark arts. although it is undeniable that the witch or wizard that enjoys the blackthorn wand will enjoy its power. One finds blackthorn wands among aurors as well as among denizens of Azkaban. Sir Cadogan, that's on a portrait in Hogwarts, is one of the people recorded to have used this wandwood. Black walnut wands. These are native to eastern North America. These grow mainly in the wetlands. Quote from Ollivander, "It's less common than the standard walnut wand. That of a black walnut seeks a master of good instincts and powerful insight. Black walnut is a very handsome wood, but not the easiest to master. It has one quirk, which is that it is abnormally attuned to inner conflict, and loses power dramatically if its possessor practices any form of self-deception. But when it comes to charm work, these wands are particularly useful." Cedar wands. Cedar is native to the Mediterranean and Himalayas. Quote from Ollivander, "Whenever I meet one who carries a cedar wand, I find strength of character and unusual loyalty. My father, Gervase Ollivander, used to always say, 'You will never fool the cedar carrier,' and I agree. The cedar wand finds its perfect home where there is perspicacity and perception." Horace Slughorn was known to have this wandwood. Cherry wandwood. Quote from Ollivander, "This is a very rare wandwood. It creates a wand of strange power, most highly prized by the wizarding students of the school Mohutokuro in Japan, where those who own cherry wands have special prestige. The Western wand purchaser should dispel from their minds any notation that the pink blossom of the living tree makes for a frivolous or merely ornamental wand, for cherry wands often make a wand that possesses truly lethal power." Neville Longbottom, Gilderoy Lockhart, and Albus Potter were wizards known to have this wandwood. Chestnut wandwood. According to Ollivander, this is multifaceted wood which varies greatly in its character depending on the wand core and takes a great deal of color from the personality that possesses it. Wand of chestnut is attracted to witches and wizards who are skilled tamers of magical beasts, those who possess great gifts in herbology, and those who are natural flyers. Peter Pettigrew had this wandwood. Cypress wands. Quote from Ollivander, "Cypress wands are associated with nobility. The great medieval wand makers, Geraint Ollivander, wrote that he was always honored to match a cypress wand, for he knew he was meeting a witch or wizard who would die a heroic death. Fortunately, in these less bloodthirsty times, the possessor of the cypress wands are rarely called upon to lay down their lives, though doubtless many of them would do so if required. A previous owner of this wandwood was Remus Lupin." A dogwood wandwood. Quote from Ollivander, "Dogwood is one of my own personal favorites, and I have found that matching a dogwood wand with its ideal owner is always entertaining. Dogwood wands are quirky and mischievous. They have playful natures and insist upon partners who can provide them with a scope of excitement and fun. It would be quite wrong, however, to deduce from this that dogwood wands are not capable of serious magic when called upon to do so. However, these wands do refuse to perform nonverbal magic." Ebony wandwood. Ebony has a mirror finish when polished. Quote from Ollivander, "This jet black wandwood has an impressive appearance and reputation, being highly suited to all manner of combative magic and to transfiguration. Ebony is the happiest in the hand of those with courage to be themselves, frequently nonconformist, highly individual, or comfortable with the status of an outsider. Ebony wand owners have been found both among the ranks of the Order of the Phoenix and among the Death Eaters." Elder wandwood. The rarest wandwood of all, and reputed to be deeply unlucky. The elder wand is trickier to master than any other. It contains powerful magic, but scores to remain with any owner who is not superior of his or her company. It takes a remarkable witch or wizard to keep the elder wand for any length of time. The old superstition the wand of elder never prosper, has its basis in the fear of wand, but in fact, the superstition is baseless, and those foolish wand makers who refuse to work with elder do so more because they doubt they will be able to sell their products than from fear of working with this wand. Elmwood wands. Elmwood is found in the most northern hemisphere. Quote from Ollivander, "The truth is that elm wands prefer owners with presence, magical dexterity, and a certain notice of dignity. Of all wandwoods, elm, in experience, produces the fewest accidents and the least foolish errors, and the most elegant charms and spells. These are sophisticated wands and can produce highly advanced magic in the right hands." An owner of this wand was Lucius Malfoy. English oak comes from Western Europe. Quote from Ollivander, "It's a wand for good times and bad. This is a friend as legal as the wizard who deserves it. Wands of English oak are demand partners of strength, courage, and fidelity. Less well known is the propensity for owners of the English oak wands to have powerful intuition and often an affinity with magic of the natural world, with the creatures and plants that are necessary to wizard kind for both magic and pleasure. Owners of this wand include Rubeus Hagrid, and it's rumored to be the wandwood of the famous Merlin." Fir tree wood. This is found in North America, Asia, Europe, and North African mountains. Quote from Ollivander, "My great-grandfather, Gerald Octavius Ollivander, always called wands of this wood the survivor's wand, because he sold it to 3 wizards who subsequently passed through martial peril unscathed. There is no doubt that this wood, coming as it does from the most resilient of trees, produces wands that demand staying power and strength of purpose in their owners, in that they are poor tools in the hands of changeable and indecisive witches and wizards. Fir wands are particularly suited for transfiguration. An owner of this wandwood is Minerva McGonagall." Hawthorn wands. Hawthorn is a member of the rose family, native to Europe, West Africa, and West Asia. Grigorovich and Ollivander agreed on these. Grigorovich, quote, said, "Hawthorn makes a strange, contradictory wand, as it's full of paradoxes, as the tree that gave it birth smells of death." Ollivander said, "While I disagree with many of Grigorovich's conclusions, we may concur Hawthorn wands, which are complex, intriguing in nature, just like the owners who are best suited for them. Hawthorn wands may be particularly suited for healing magic, but they are also adept at curses, and I have generally observed that the Hawthorn wand seems must at home with a conflicted nature, or one with a witch or wizard passing through a period of turmoil. Draco Malfoy was an owner of this wandwood." Hazel wandwood, according to Ollivander, is a sensitive wand. Hazel often reflects its owner's emotional state and works best for a master who understands and can manage their own feelings. Others should be very careful handling a hazelwood wand. If its owner has recently lost their temper or suffered a serious disappointment, because the wand will absorb such energy and discharge it unpredictably. Professor Trelawney was an owner of this wandwood. Holly wandwood. Quote from Ollivander, "Holly is one of the rarest kinds of wandwoods. Traditionally considered protective, it works most happily for those who may need help overcoming a tendency to anger and impetuosity at the same time. Hollywood wands often choose owners who are engaged in some dangerous and often spiritual quest. The famous Harry Potter had this wandwood." Hornbeam wandwood. This wandwood is found in the northern hemisphere, and Garrick Ollivander himself has this wandwood. Quote from Ollivander, "My own wand is made of hornbeam, and so it is with all due modesty that I state that hornbeam selects for its life mate the talented witch or wizard with a single pure passion, which some might call obsession, though I prefer the term vision, which would almost always be realized. Hornbeam wands adapt more quickly than almost any other wands to their owner's style of magic, and will become so personalized so quickly that other people will find them extremely difficult to use even for the most simple spells. Ollivander and Victor Crumb were known to have this wandwood. Larch wands. Larch is native to the northern hemisphere. This wandwood, according to Garrick Ollivander, is strong, durable, and warm in color. Larch has long been valued as an attractive, powerful wandwood. Its reputation for instilling courage and confidence in the user has ensured that demand has always outstripped supply. This is much sought after wand. However, it's hard to please in the matter of ideal owners, and trickier to handle expected effects, which likewise describes the master who deserves it. An owner of this type of wandwood was Celestina Warbeck. Laurel tree wood. According to Garrick Ollivander, it is said that laurel wand cannot perform a dishonorable act, although in the quest of glory, a not uncommon goal for those best suited to these wands, have known laurel wandwood to perform powerful and sometimes lethal magic. Laurel wands are sometimes called fickle, but this is unfair. The laurel wand seems unable to tolerate laziness in the possessor, and it is in such conditions that it is most easily and willingly won away. Otherwise, it will cleave happily in its first match forever, and indeed has the unusual and engaging attribute of issuing spontaneous lightning strike if another witch or wizard attempts to steal it. Maple wood. Quote from Ollivander: I have often found that those chosen by maple wands are by nature travelers and explorers. They are not stay-at-home wands and prefer ambition in their witch or wizard, otherwise the magic grows heavy and lackluster. Fresh challenges and regular changes of scene cause this wand to literally shine, burnishing itself as it grows with its partner in ability and status. This wandwood comes from pear trees. Quote from Ollivander: this golden tone wood produces wands of splendid magical powers, which give off the best in the hands of the warm-hearted, the generous, and the wise. Possessor of pear wands are, in my experience, usually popular, well-respected. I do not know a single instance where a pearwood wand has been discovered in the possession of a dark witch or wizard. Pinewood wands. Pinewood. Quote from Ollivander: the straight-grained pine wand always chooses an independent individual master who may be perceived as a loner, intriguing and perhaps mysterious. Pine wands enjoy being used creatively, and unlike some others, will adapt unprotestingly to new methods and spells. Many wand makers insist that pine wands are able to detect and perform best for owners who are destined for long lives. Poplar wandwood. This is found in the native northern hemisphere. Quote from Ollivander: if you seek integrity, search first among the poplars, was a great maxim of my grandfather, Gerbold Ollivander, and my own experience of poplar wands and their owners tallies exactly with his. Here is a wand to rely upon, of consistency, strength, and uniform power, always happiest when working with a witch or wizard of a clear moral vision. Eldridge Diggory and Evangeline Orpington, ministers of the Ministry of Magic, had this wandwood. Red oak wandwood. Ollivander said, quote, you will often hear the ignorant say that red oak is an infallible sign of its owner's hot temper. In fact, the true match for a red oak wand is possessed unusually fast reactions, making it a perfect dueling wand, less common than English oak. I have found that its ideal master is light of touch, quick-witted, adaptable, and often the creator of distinctive trademark spells, and a good man or woman to have beside one in a fight. Redwood wandwood. Redwood wandwood, according to Garrick Ollivander, said, wand quality redwood is in short supply yet constant demand, due to its reputation for bringing good fortune to its owner. As is usually the case with wand lore, the general populace have the truth back to front. Redwood wands are not themselves luckily, but are strongly attracted to witches and wizards who already possess the admirable ability to fall on their feet, to make the right choice, to snatch advantage from catastrophe. Rowan wandwood, comprised of shrubs and small trees in the northern hemisphere. Quote from Ollivander: Rowan wood has always been much favored wand wood because it is reputed to be more protective than any other, and in my experience renders all manner of defense charms especially strong and difficult to break. It is commonly stated that no dark witch or wizard ever owned a Rowan wand, and I cannot recall a single instance where one of my own Rowan wands has gone to do evil in this world. It is said that wizards chosen by Rowan wand wood can also be compatible with elder wand wood. Silver lime, a flowering plant native to Southeast Europe and Southwest Asia. Quote from Ollivander: "This unusual, highly attractive wand wood was greatly in vogue in the 19th century. Demand outstripped supply, and unscrupulous wand makers dyed substandard woods in an effort to fool purchasers into believing that they purchased silver lime. The reasons for these wands' desirability lay not only in their unusually handsome appearance, but also because they had a reputation for performing for seers and those skilled in legilimency." Spruce tree wood. This is found in the northern temperate regions. Ollivander said, quote, "Unskilled wand makers call spruce a difficult wood, but in doing so they reveal their own ineptitude. It is quite true that it requires particular deftness to work with spruce, which produces wands that are ill-matched with cautious or nervous natures and become positively dangerous in fumbling fingers. The spruce wand requires a firm hand because it often appears to have its own ideas about what magic it ought to be called upon to produce. However, when a spruce wand meets its match, which in my experience is a bold spellcaster with a good sense of humor, it becomes a superb helper, intensely loyal to their owners and capable of producing particularly flamboyant and dramatic effects." Sycamore. This is found in the Forest of Dean in Forbidden Forest. A sycamore wand. Quote Ollivander: "The sycamore makes a questing wand, eager for new experience and loose brilliance if engaged in mundane activities. It is a quirk of these handsome wands that they may combust if allowed to become bored, and many witches and wizards settling down into middle age are disconnected to find their trusty wand bursting into flame in their hand as they ask it one more time to fetch their slippers. As may be deduced, the sycamore's ideal owner is curious, vital, and adventurous." Vinewood. Quote from Ollivander: "Vinewood wands are among the less common types, and I have been intrigued to notice that their owners are nearly always those witches and wizards who seek a greater purpose, who have a vision beyond the ordinary, and who frequently astound those who think they know best. Vine wands seem strongly attracted by personalities and hidden depths, and I have found them more sensitive than any other when it comes to instantly detecting a prospective match." Hermione Granger's wand is vinewood. Walnut wood. According to Ollivander, walnut wood is highly intelligent. Witches and wizards ought to be offered a walnut wand for trial first, because in 9 cases out of 10, the two will find in each other their ideal mate. Walnut wands are often found in the hands of magical innovators and inventors. The owner of these wand woods usually have unusual versatility and adaptability. An owner of this wand wood is Bellatrix Lestrange. Willow wand wood. According to Ollivander, willow is an uncommon wand wood with healing powers, and I have noted that the ideal owner for a willow wand often has some unusually unwarranted insecurity, however well they may try to hide it. While many customers insist on trying a willow wand, attracted by their handsome appearance and well-founded reputation for enabling advanced nonverbal magic, my willow wands have consistently selected those of greatest potential rather than those who feel they have little to learn. Ron Weasley is an owner of a willow wand. Yew tree wood. Yew trees and shrubs are found in the Forbidden Forest. Quote from Ollivander: "Yew wands are among the rarer kinds, and their ideal matches are likewise unusual, and occasionally notorious. The wand of a yew is reputed to endow its possessor with the power of life and death, which might, of course, be said of all wands, and get you retains a particularly dark and fearsome reputation in the spheres of dueling and all curses. Tom Riddle and Ginny Weasley had a yew wandwood. There are 38 different types of wandwoods. Which one did you get on Pottermore.com, and which one did you create on Hogwarts Legacy? Drop it in the comments below. I would love to hear yours. If you would like to know more about Harry Potter and the Wizarding World lore, subscribe to Chase and Josh Factor Fantasy Podcast. The link is in the bio, or you can subscribe to Ridiculous Patronus on YouTube. Thank you, everyone. Have a magical week.